They're back home for the first time this year, the Dragons. It's the Dragons and the Cowboys. We're off and running. And it's North Queensland who will bring it back here through Jordan McLean. And he's rounded up here. Blake Laurie first to meeting. Jack DeBellin there as well. And Jason Taumalolo finding some form last week after his small contribution in round one. Pulikefu Fuiaki in the starting side with Helam Luki injured. Robson, the former Dragon, providing for Cotter. And Robson again on for McLean. He's made a very good start to the season, McLean. 100 metres plus in both the Cowboys games. And the Cowboys complete their opening set. So Drinkwater, plenty of time here to put boot to ball. And it's Zach Lomax, 51 runs the first fortnight. And his first run here sees him rounded up pretty quickly.
Yeah, not a bad effort from a player reportedly unhappy with the position he's playing. His efforts have been incredible. As you said, Dan, 51 runs over the 2 games they've played so far.
Dragons have a great record here at Cogra over the last couple of years, 6-4, which mightn't sound that noteworthy, but 29% everywhere else, including Wollongong. So they do lift at this venue, and that's Ben Murdoch-Masilla into the side with Jaden Sewer, an unfortunate late withdrawal. Blake Laurie, good bumping run. Dragons Player of the Year last year. Marsky Daliha, Hunt gives this plenty of air. The Chasers have a chance here. Sloan coming through. Drinkwater puts it down. Dragons, a great chance coming up for them. You can see they're up and about here at Cogra.
I think there was always doubt from Scott Drinkwater that he was going to make it to the ball. He had some players in front of him, came charging in. Love his effort and almost got there. Just had to outstretch the fingers a little bit more and he would have pulled that one in, but that's an opportunity now for the Dragons off the back of that drop.
Whether Lomax meant to or not, the balking there proved quite effective. Lucky not to get a fingertip to it, but Dragons centre field. First chance of the game belongs to them. Got 4 on the left side and 2 on the right. As Hunt feeds it, it goes to the stack side. Flanagan providing for Sully. And the Dragons here didn't score a point last week at Redcliffe. And it's Laurie bumping it forward here. Inside the 10 where Cotter and also Robson combine. Marshke to Flanagan. Flanagan to on the angle he goes. Here's Bird threatening. Flick pass. Sloan is over. Sloan is in. Oh, this is some sort of start, but hang on. Hang on, it's coming back. A forward pass.
That would be the last pass from Jack Bird. The flick out to Tyrell Sloan has been called forward. Great play. Bird hitting the space there. Gets in behind the defence of the Cowboys and flick just goes forward.
Oh, and Sloan did well. Sloan did so well. Fingertip control. Well,
as did that man, Jack Bird. Had to twist his body sideways, somehow get a flick pass away, but just pushed it forward.
You can see why you were so tempted to throw it, just didn't get it right. Jake Duke, hello to you on the sideline.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Lovely afternoon here in Cogra for the Dragons' first home game of the season. Over 10,000 Dragons faithful here to help their team try and turn around that disappointing loss to the Dolphins last week. And the Cowboys, they have had a good record over the Dragons recently. They've won the past 4 matches between these 2 sides as they get a penalty out of trouble. And they've scored 30 points in all 4 of those games. So the Dragons' defence will need to be better than it's been on previous occasions, but they had a good start with attack, and now the Cowboys get a chance to go again.
Indeed they do, Jake. Number 1 attacking side first fortnight, and they'll get their first chance to put some pressure on here. As it comes immediately out to Fuiaki down the middle.
Jesse, out of there now!
North Queensland, 64 points over the first 2 weeks with Taumalolo looking good to cross the 30-metre line. As the big men line up, and it's going to be McLean again on tackle number 3, cracking the 20-metre line. Robson off the sharp play the ball. Taumalolo early ball. Townsend the cutout. The centre is Chester. Flanagan's there along with Sully. Townsend, McLean threatening to pass. Leilua, the former Cowboy, one-on-one. Now it comes out here to Townsend. Out to Dearden. Dearden to Drinkwater. Delightful pass. Taulagi scores. He loses his shorts, but he doesn't lose control of the ball. Solid put down, and North Queensland off and running.
Well, that's tough for the Dragons to get their head around that, because Tyrell Sloan scored a try, which was pulled back only moments earlier. It's only one set, and the power running from the Cowboys, outstanding. And it's McLean, and it's Taumalolo, and Fini Fuiaki get them in a position, and then Scott Drinkwater delivers a cracking pass. Have a look at the speed it gets to Murray Tuolangi, and that's the difference in it. Zach Lomax, that ball from Drinkwater got him on the outside, and he was only a metre on the outside, half a yard on the outside of Zach Lomax, but the quality of the pass, it beat the defender. Zach just couldn't recover because he caught it on the run. Tuolangi gets it down easily, and 12-point turnaround in a matter of a minute and a half.
So sponsors will be happy there with Murray. He's a Queenslander, all right. 4 X's there, loud and proud. Well, and the crowd here certainly has been muted. Just Drinkwater's second try assist this year. You talked a little subdued the first couple of rounds, but boy, he's a weapon.
Well, he has been the weapon for the Cowboys, and he has been a little bit quiet, no fault of his own. Just hasn't found a way into the 2 games, and there have been 2 victories too. So,
foul. Strangely, a much better kicker on the right side than the left. And last week he had his troubles all over the place. See what he can do here from the sideline. Not a bad looking kick, not a bad looking kick, although just swinging away. So no goal, but it's North Queensland leading the Dragons 4 points to 0.
A great ball from Scotty Drinkwater. Todd Payton will be very happy with that. He was the Cowboys Player of the Year last year. Came up with 27 try assists, many of them throwing peach of a pass like this one. Finds Murray Taulagi for his second try of the season. Loses his strides as he crosses the line there, but it's a great start for the Cowboys after almost conceding early.
Murray doesn't get a case sent to his place by Monday morning. I'd be asking questions.
I think he'll be okay.
I think he might be fine. So, North Queensland now go and do it again here with McLean.
Held! Let go now!
Already his 6th run. Really is getting through some work early this season. Taumalolo.
Well, they've both been very good to start the game, McLean and Taumalolo.
Cotter. Not a bad 1, 2, 3 punches of McLean, Taumalolo, and then you've got Hurricane Cotter going down the middle. Robson on for Taumalolo. Here's Townsend out to Nene. And he gets himself over halfway. Robson looking to run. Handy sprint that was. Last tackle coming. That's a superb set post points. With Townsend looking for the attacking kick. Chester coming through, so is Nene. And Ravalawa, he's come down with it. That was extraordinary. He's hurt himself too.
Well, he landed hard on his back, Ravalawa, but they needed something special there, the Dragons, after a very good set. You mentioned it, 65 metres they travelled before Townsend put that kick up. Ravalawa up above all of them, and there was plenty of Cowboys there.
Sloan. 3 tries in round 1, denied early here. DeBellin. Final tackles completed. Going for distance. It's Taulagi, the try scorer. Bringing it back. So, North Queensland with the first try this afternoon. Oh, Felt. Hang on. Chester. Big game of first grade. Had a few games at fullback early last year when Drinkwater was out. Oh, that's a sprightly run from Holmes. Now they've got the Dragons backpedaling. And down the middle goes Taumalolo. Look at the space that he had to work with. Again, good field position. Townsend decides to pass. Lene goes the cutout. Felt threads it in there. But Sloan pushing away from Townsend. Oh, this is sparkling stuff from Tyrell Sloan. Away from Dearden as well. And Fuiaki finished it off.
Well, that's a couple of times down in that corner. Ravalawa off the kick, the high kick, and then Tyrell Sloan. The kick return off the grubber. Some special plays, and they'll need to continue this type of stuff.
Oh, ball's come out, but here comes a penalty. Well, the crowd worked over Belinda Sharp. That was old school suburban footy. They put in there right from the start of that set, and then the ball comes out.
Here's your mark, Ben.
And the illegals steal the call.
Well, he had his hands on it underneath the ball as the Dragons player fell to ground.
Well, last time they had a chance, the Dragons, they did cross the line. That's what they've got here. Jack Bird.
Cooley up now! Even wait.
Ben Hunt. Laurie charging. Cotter down low. Fuiaki up top. Sharp play the balls from both sides. As DeBellin sends it on, Sloan working the left, runs into Chester. 10 metres away. Sloan okay. Flanagan for DeBellin. DeBellin for Hunt. Hunt, a well-read pass by Taylor Mariner. Holmes was first to meet him with Dearden there as well. Inside the 10, the Dragons. As Murdoch-Masilla goes down the centre on play 5. So this is it for the Red V. Marshke out for Hunt. Gets it on. Bird chance. Oh, yes, sir. They won't take this away, although Zach needs to put this down, and he does now. Under the sticks virtually. Well, the Dragons are giving the Cowboys a few nightmares on their right. That's a terrific try to tie things up.
It certainly is, and they troubled the Cowboys only a couple of sets ago down this side of the field. A lovely play. If they didn't score during that set, I was going to say, gee, they've thrown plenty at the Cowboys, and they forced them to really be desperate on their own line. I was very impressed with that set. Right throughout the set from the Dragons, they ask a number of questions, and then that ball across the face of Tyrell Sloan, hitting Jack Bird and off to Zach Lomax. That is a great Dragons try to square things up, and the goal kick up runs it round closer to the post. Zach Lomax.
You saw Val Holmes in the background there. He was nowhere near it. Taulagi making the decision to come in. And you see on that angle, Zach wasn't anywhere near the dead ball line, but from the original angle, I'm sure there were a few nervous Dragons fans, but he's made it easy for himself here, and we're about to take the lead.
That was an impressive set. They troubled them down the left, then they swung it back to the right, went back to the middle, back to the right. They asked plenty of questions right throughout.
Gee, it's a quick game. The Sharp play the balls, and it's moving along. First try for the Dragons in nearly 100 minutes. And Lomax, no problem, putting St George Illawarra in front. 6 points to 4. A classy move involving that man Ben Hunt.
You watch the ball float across the face of Hunt, of Tyrell Sloan, and that got Valentine Holmes. That fooled him, the quality of the pass from Ben Hunt. And then Jack Bird just tipping it on there to Zach Lomax.
Second try of the year for Zach. Interesting week for Zach again, with Ben Hunt coming out and saying that what has been the rumour that Zach definitely does want to leave. So that just adds a little bit more fuel to that fire. But boy, he's having a good season so far. There's Laurie. Oh, straight over, Fine Fuiaki. That gets the crowd excited, and that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem.
Yep. Late Laurie. Yep, thank you.
Well, this should be some replay. Was that head-to-head contact there? It's, yeah, you can see Laurie stung by it too. Oh, yeah, no, that's not pretty. Yeah, that's not pretty at all. So that's going to need some attention, and we'll see.
Well, we do see that happen too regularly, I think, off the kickoff. We saw it last week. The Dogs lost a player from the kickoff.
Well, you know, it's not talked about, Greg, but this is one of the reasons the NRL is trying to encourage short kickoffs.
But no one's bought into the short kickoffs.
No one has yet.
The dropouts, yes, but not the kickoffs.
So that's going to blow up. That's we're into, hopefully not into Reece Walsh territory there, which was a facial fracture, but you can see that's already starting to blow up. So hopefully we see him back, but there's got to be some doubt. Skuli Kefu Finifuriaki.
And of course he gets a start because of the injury to Hurlem Luki. He'll be out for a number of weeks. Gojewski on the field for the Cowboys.
First appearance in the top grade this year for Jack. Been around for a while now in the NRL. So Minot Masilla into Nay and also McLean. Leilua, he was a Cowboy until 4 weeks ago. That's a powerful run. And look at him fall on his front and get the quick play of the ball. It is the final play though, so Flanagan has to clear it away. This is not the Dragons of last week, that's for sure. Cowboys have got a test here. Oh, felt again. Boy. Second juggle of the afternoon. That's a good, powerful run. So, Holmes followed up by the other centre, Chester. Now to Taumalolo. Jesus, plenty of space for Taumalolo again and again, about a 15-metre gain. It's a familiar spot for the Cowboys to get to their last tackle. This time Drinkwater with the left foot kick. And no real drama for Lomax here, but the chase excellent from North Queensland. The Dragons are going to have to roll their sleeves up.
That's a good kick from Scott Drinkwater, landing just short of the try line. Chase doing its job.
Ravalawa, so recovered after falling the broad of his back. Strong run. Now it's good footwork here from Moses Suli.
Gee, that's a big left side, isn't it, for the Dragons? Ravalawa, Moses Suli, Lua.
Oh, look at this. Hunt's away. Hunt breaks them open. Hunt's got Sloan on his outside. Draws them in. Goodbye. Sloan is over. Dragons have two on the trot. As Sloan kicks it onto the Prince's Highway. Oh, the Dragons are on tonight.
That is great football from the Dragons. Ben Hunt down the right side, throws the dummy, opens up the Cowboys, and from the other side of halfway, great ball movement, plenty of numbers for the Dragons, and just look how quickly Tyrell Sloan arrives. Draws in Drinkwater, puts Sloan away, and what a try it is. 60-metre effort there from the Dragons.
Apologies, Brandy. On the Harvey Norman replay again, exposing the Cowboys' left side defence.
Well, it was Ben Hunt who threw the pass across the face of Sloan to Jack Bird for the first try, and he dragged out Valentine Holmes, who came flying out of the line, just held the ball up, threw it across the face of Sloan. That was enough to get them their first try, and then the ball movement from the other side of halfway, Ben Hunt just holding the ball up momentarily, enough to bring Holmes out of the line, slip in behind him, and have Tyrell Sloan gunning down that touchline to receive the pass.
So 4 tries now, and you can see the trainer there checking out Blake Laurie. He was the man that collided with Finifuriaki, and Jake's got some news on him in a moment. But that's encouraging. Ben Hunt, like many of his teammates, not a particularly happy night last week. A stack of errors and generally unhappy, but terrific. Terrific there, and they're looking good at the moment, the Dragons. But remember the Cowboys, they were down by a long way at home against Newcastle and found a way to claw their way back.
Yeah, down by 10 with 20 to go. Won it in Golden Point.
Lomax, well, not the most convincing kick, but good enough inside the left upright. 12-4 Dragons.
The good news for the Cowboys, as we see Tyrell Sloan there, that Kuli Kefu Finifuriaki, he's a Category 2 HIA, so we will have an update on him in about 10 minutes' time. But the Dragons, they love this right side. They play a lot of their attack down this side. Ben Hunt, the man there, he's got 11 try assists in his past 10 games dating back to last season. And if you want a man looming up on your outside, it's Tyrell Sloan. So quick. He's got 10 tries in his past 12 games. He is a flyer, and he started the season so well. Off contract at the end of the year as well, so he's putting his name up in lights.
Thank you, Jake. He is indeed. But posts the winner so far. Blake Laurie running with intent. Lomax. They are a different team at this venue, the Dragons. Now the crowd can really sense something's on this afternoon. Long way to go, though. This is a good team they're up against. Vitala Mariner followed up by Lomax. Priscilla. Mashki a dummy half. Hunt on the last. Theatrics here, going long. Drinkwater setting up the Cowboys try, slipping past by Taylor Mariner. Not going too much further. So Taulani makes it to the 30. Good committed Dragons defence. Holmes.
Borderline. Flat at best, that pass then.
McLean. Potter. Gajewski. Slips away from Marski. Not away from Laurie. Puts a fair bit of distance on this kick. It should drop just inside the field of play. It's a good kick, but Ravalawa gets what it did and gets past Holmes. Fights his way beyond the 10.
Oh, brilliant.
Links up with Bird. Razzle dazzle. Bird slipping across field. That's the way to start a set. They are standing here in the North Provan grandstand and they get a penalty.
Well, haven't they done some special things from the back? Ravalawa, a couple of runs, a take that was special. We had Tyrell Sloan get out of trouble after a kick landed near the try line a little bit earlier. And that's what it takes to win a game. You've got to come up with special things constantly, and the Dragons have been able to do that at both ends of the field.
Well, we've seen how threatening they've been the few times they've been down this end. They should get close enough to really threaten the North Queensland line. Michael Molo into the game, replacing Murdoch Basilla. Comes to Flanagan. Flanagan to Hunt, fingertip take. And to Vitala Mariner. Midway through the set. Left side open. Vitala Mariner getting into it with Gajewski briefly. Hunt. And to Flanagan. Leilua. He's been good so far. He's been great. Makes it to the 10. As they open up this right side. And they've done their damage. Here's Flanagan. Going inside. Oh, my goodness! Kyle Flanagan straight through. He has fooled them. Dragons have a third. And Kyle Flanagan, his second try in Dragons colours. It just opened up.
Off the back of another outstanding set from the Dragons, Kyle Flanagan shows the ball. The defence forgot about him. The man with the ball is the most dangerous. Taumalolo wasn't covering from the inside. He thought he was going to pass the ball. He assumed he was passing the ball. Ruben Cotter moved on the outside to the runner, and everyone forgot about that man, Kyle Flanagan. What an important try, 16-4, 20-minute mark. The Dragons on fire here.
It's a great sound, the St George chant. He only ran it twice last week. He's not a big runner of the ball, so you can understand the fact they didn't think he was going to do it on his own. Well, boy, did he what. Be careful. They keep putting balls onto the highway. They're going to cause an accident. They keep scoring tries, though.
An impressive set that started at the other end of the other end with
Ravalawa.
Ravalawa. With a run off his own try line, offload, picked up Bird. They get out of trouble and they continue. The power running has been impressive from the Dragons' big men. And just a dummy and a run from Kyle Flanagan's too good for the Cowboys.
You see it's become quite overcast. I don't think it's threatening to rain here, but great over nonetheless. This lead has ballooned to 18 points to 4.
It all started from a special run from this man, Michaeli Ravalawa, on his own try line. So strong, gets rid of Dearden, gets past Valentine Holmes, and then finds an offload from Jack Bird. And that got the Dragons set started. They come up the other end of the field, and then Kyle Flanagan, a guy that was signed here by his father, Shane. He was coming in originally as a hooker, as a utility, but then was thrust into the number 6 jersey, and just his 13th start at 5'8" in his 81 career games. But he's found his running game, and his father, Shane, says he loves coaching him. Some fathers don't like coaching their sons, but he believes he can get the best out of Kyle, and he's certainly done that so far.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. There's a nice picture there too with Jack Bird, his arm around him. Jack asking his premiership coach to go into the centres. He's having an afternoon out so far. Cowboys are in a bit of trouble here, and this won't help. Another penalty.
So slow.
Another penalty to slow play the ball. Brandy, is this the team that were absolutely pantsed last Sunday night that we're watching?
I think the competition, Dan, is that close that if you are fractionally off, whether it's effort, whether it's execution, you'll get rolled. And when you come up against a side as committed as the Dolphins were, well, that's going to happen. That will happen regularly throughout the season. The bounce back factor, the response. You knew you were going to get it from the Dragons, but that didn't mean a response was going to win the game, and there's still plenty of time left. But they couldn't have started any better. The Cowboys have been shell-shocked.
Well,
the Dragons have just been too good.
This is a huge set, this. Hunt working down the right. Bird. Some nice work there. Gajewski helping Holmes. Molo. Brother Frank suspended, not available tonight. Michael in front of the post, 15 away. Flanagan. Inside. Eisenhuth. Nilly. Had the discipline to hold on to it. Last tackle. Here's Hunt. Here's the kick. Vitala Mariner. Oh my goodness. Vitala Mariner puts down what would have finished a wonderful movement, a wonderful set, and it would have been 4 in a row.
Well, they don't come in. The gift doesn't come any easier than that. The ball's set up beautifully. There, Ben Hunt has done it all down this side of the field. A couple of great balls, a dummy, a bust, and this time puts it on a platter for Vitala Mariner.
Well, hang on. Let's just see what happens here, because the Cowboys all of a sudden are emboldened. Look where they are. They've got it to the 30-metre line on tackle 3. It would have been 4 tries in 13 minutes. Gajewski off Hunt, not Vitala Mariner. I understand why Raymond got excited there. He hasn't scored in 4 years. Now it's Townsend. Little twinkle toe work there from Chad Townsend, and he sold it that he got it tackled high, and Belinda Sharp saw it, and that's a penalty.
I think he did cop one then, Dan.
And you can see the blood on the nose. There's
Jesse
no question he
Marshke.
did. There's no question there was contact.
Jesse! Jesse!
There you go, Jesse.
Dummy and run, and almost snuck in behind the Dragons then. Ooh, just right on the beak.
Yeah, no question, penalty. And Cowboys will go again here. So they've already lost Fuiaki, and that was to a Category 2 HIA.
The good news there, Dan, is that he has passed his HIA, so he'll be able to return in a couple of minutes' time, 2 minutes' time.
Okay, so it'll be 17 on 17 shortly.
Well, that's good news for the Cowboys. They might need him out here on the left.
Time on! When you're ready.
We'll continue here, Chad. And off we go again. Gajewski. And again, shades of last week, totally outplayed. But if they score here, doesn't look that bad. Townsend gets it on. Here's Drinkwater. Eisenhuth first to meet him. Drinkwater away. Now Neem straightening. Good committed defence, but so many tackles here. North Queensland. It's been a while since they've been down this northern end. Where it comes from Dearden. You know he wants to run when he's this close. And Hunt. He was twisted awkwardly there, but he's okay. Robson for Townsend. Back for Cotter. Cotter stops. Veers and gives it on to Neem. DeBellin is there around the waist. Now, lovely pass, Robson. That is That is a good hit back here from the Cowboys. That is a try for Sam McIntyre, but that was all the dummy half. And the Cowboys are a long way from being done.
Well, after Raymond Fatal and Mariner bombed the try at the other end of the field, the Cowboys put together a very good set. You called it, Dan. They were on the march, and they've been able to get themselves down this end. And there's the little dummy from Chad Townsend, the high shot from Marshke, the penalty, and the extra set. Great ball there from Robson. Had a couple of runners. One inside was Cotter, threw it across his face, and the defence just didn't read it quick enough. Fatal and Mariner got there but couldn't deny McIntyre. So a good hit back because they were under the pump. Fatal and Mariner scores there. We're at a 20-point lead.
And even for the Cowboys, you have to say that's very close to game over. Well, certainly we're into history-making stuff if they were to come back, but not now. Not now. It's going to be an 8-point game. And Reece Robson, mild irony that he throws that pass. He had dreams of playing here as a Dragon. In fact, started his career as a Dragon. And a handful of games, but couldn't get past Cam McInnes. That was his spot. And Reece moved up to Townsville. Hasn't he made every poster winner? You're a New South Wales hooker.
Outstanding dummy half.
And slides that one through. Game on at Cogra. 18 points to 10. Now, next Sunday, that's Easter Sunday, and it's the biggest fight of Tim Zoo's life for 2 world titles against the Giant. One of the great nicknames I've ever heard, the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora. And it really is big time for Zoo if he wins that one, if he really announces himself in America. And that's on mainevent.com.au. Can't wait for that one.
Stay on.
So again, a hush over this Cogra Oval. It was 4-0 Cowboys, 18-4 Dragons, and now the Cowboys will try to reduce the margin. Nana, haven't seen much of him, and we see him get driven back here.
Well, despite them being down and down by a long way before they scored that try, they've been perfect with the ball. 9 of 9. The Dragons not much worse. One mistake. So
punch rushed up here. Might have got a fingertip on that as Dearden's pass is taken here by Holmes with a bit of space. No tackle count continues, so good pressure from Hunt. McIntyre. So plenty of game time the first few weeks, getting that try moments ago. So kicking from inside the 40. This is a rarity for the Cowboys. They've been making meters at will. And Lomax to start the run back. He's got Sloan off his hip. Oh, Lomax foot. In past Holmes.
How good have the back three been for the Dragons? Out of their own end, bringing the ball back, just
back.
getting
Hold his leg. Come on.
the set started on the front foot.
Bird going nowhere here. 8th run for Jack Bird. Got a real hand in this lead. Eisenhuth slips the pass. Nice. Flanagan skipping down the field. Oh, straight into Robson.
Stopped in his tracks there, Flanagan.
DeBellin with the pass. Hunt on to Sloan. Sloan taking on Holmes. Heavy contact. Dearden there as well. Real slickness about the Dragons. Hunt. Not this time. It's DeBellin who gets it. Can only take the tackle. We'll get to the last here. Mr. Hunt putting it up. Now this has worked once before. They let Lomax catch it. Now he can fling it. He does. Eisenhuth leads the race. He loses the ball. That's great scramble. Fuiaki there, putting pressure on Eisenhuth. And the Cowboys get this in pretty good field position. 16 shy of halfway.
They do. Lomax almost pulled off the miracle, getting that back on the inside. Tough one there for Tom Eisenhuth to clean up.
He's held there. Let go.
See what the big men can do from the Cowboys, who have been strong. Find themselves down, but the big men have been dragging this Cowboys side forward.
So now Taulagi. Good meters for him up the centre. Sharp play the ball. Robson. Robson running. Markers deemed to be square. Robson not happy about it. McIntyre for Dearden. Dearden for Holmes. Runs through Bird, but good cover there for Itala Mariner.
Yeah, plenty of Dragons on this side of the field.
Final play, Dearden kicking. This is Nane territory, but getting back there, Flanagan, but jumping from the field of play. It's a good result for the visitors.
Yeah, spot on kick there from Tommy Dearden.
Everyone up.
Just short of the try line.
Shot clock's on.
Flanagan coming from in front of the ball, left from the field of play. Does a good job just to shut it down. You're right, the threat of Nane, it's a big one when the ball goes either on the ground or in the air.
Stay on!
First drop out of the game. Hunt. Goes short. That's not going to make it. Or is it? Or has it crossed the 10-metre line?
Play the ball! Play the ball!
You are kidding. The Dragons get it back.
Yep.
Well, hang on. Hang on. Has it gone the 10? It hasn't gone the 10. It was close.
Yeah, hang on. No, I think it has.
No, Cowboys ball.
No.
Remember the new rule now. No penalty. If it's short the 10, it goes out. Millimetres, though. Neem closing in. Cowboys looking for their third try. Robson to Townsend. Now out to Dearden on the angle. Back for Fene Fuiaki. It's Molo there making an important tackle around the ankles. Comes to Townsend. Neem into the shoulder of Leilua.
Stand up, Jack!
Shut that down quickly, the Dragons, with 3 tackles left. Out it comes to Townsend. Fene Fuiaki was hitting a line there, but the 2 Dragons, Vitala, Mariner and Hunt, closing it up quickly. And that is that for the Cowboys' first incomplete set.
Fene Fuiaki back on the field. We'll just see that line drop out. That
Adam.
Well, the touch is there. He knew.
Have a captain's challenge from the Cowboys. We're on tackle 4. On-field decision is a knock-on in the field of play. They're claiming they were tackled without the ball.
Okay, well, this will be close because they converged very quickly on Fene Fuiaki. Townsend trying to hit him with a short ball. Or Ben Hunt.
Yeah. Ben Hunt grabs the Cowboys player prior to him receiving possession. The challenge is successful.
I was going to say slow-mo is the Cowboys' friendly, but you didn't really need slow-mo, did you, to see that Hunt clearly got there too early? Understand the temptation. That's a big unit who is going to be herring down that edge.
Fraction of a second in it.
Okay, Reese, your mark's here.
Good game this, 5 tries so far. Cowboys threatening.
Go.
With Nane, footwork,
Head.
past Eisenhuth.
Let go now! Wait!
Cotter lining up, but he's the decoy. Is Townsend for Neem. Straight into Marshke and Molo.
Let him stand!
Also Eisenhuth.
Wait!
Inching closer. Robson goes himself. He's not going to make it.
Let him stand up!
There's a good read from Sloan and Marshke. Here's Townsend. On for Drinkwater. He's already laid one on. Chester. He had Flanagan slipping, but no panic from the red V.
Yeah, good tackle, Eisenhuth.
Up inside it comes. Oh, there's a pass. Cotter is cut down. That's a try saver. That's DeBellin. Last tackle. Robson threads it in, and Neem is claiming it. Sloan, not sure.
Adam.
It's going up as no
Coming into
try.
tackle 6, I have no try. Just confirm there's a Dragons grounding first, please.
Well, Tyrell Sloan, there was nothing from Tyrell Sloan, so I'm just wondering whether Griffin Neem did beat him to this footy. Great
Cowboys
kick from
kick
Robson.
chase good on the left. Ruben Cotter stays still.
Geez, selling this well, Griffin.
Very difficult to
It's a
get
clean
through.
run by both players to the ball.
Oh, Tyrell Sloan wins it easy.
Hang on. Does he
Sure.
ground it?
Well, he touches it. It's on, I think the ball's on the ground. He gets
Just
his
need to see if Tyrell Sloan grounds a ball.
touch.
Use that, sure.
Yeah, well,
He certainly
I'm just
touched
going to
it.
say the ball is on the ground and he touches it.
Well,
It's not up in the air.
he hasn't
gets
grounded
it.
that.
He
There's
gets it,
no
and he
downward
gets a
pressure
finger
applied
to it.
by Tyrell Sloan. Now,
That's why Tyrell Sloan was looking like he was. That he's only grazed
Griffin
it with his
Neem
finger.
clearly grounds a
That's a
ball.
try.
We have a decision.
That's a try.
Well, that's incredible.
Sloan was done in,
Sloan
the
had-
ball on the rise. So he did touch it, but it was going the wrong way for him. Oh, the
And he
Cowboys
certainly
have
got
come
there.
back again.
Yeah, he got there early enough, didn't he, to shut it down, but just couldn't get his hand onto it. No downward pressure. I think a finger touched the ball, but it only grazed the footy. So no downward pressure. Great kick from this man, Reece Robson. Backed away just to give himself a little bit of room. Gets it through the space. It's not an easy kick from dummy half when you're that close to the try line. It takes a fair bit of skill and practice to get to be good at that sort of kick. Robson nailed it, and Griffin Neame has scored, well, one of only, 6 tries he scored in his career?
That's it, 46th game. What a strange game this has been. A captivating game, but we are one Raymond Faitala Mariner knock on away from it being 24-4. Now it's about to be a 2-point contest. Points are plenty at Cogra. We've had 34 of them in 33 minutes. 18 points to 16, St George Illawarra. As we look at Griffin Neame steaming through.
Yeah, great work by the front rower. Had to run around, get around Faitala Mariner, and still able to get there in time. Although Sloan should have shut that down. He was close enough. He was close enough. They've had no ball in the last 10 minutes, the Dragons. 80% of the ball to the Cowboys, and they've made the most of it there.
That's it.
They've capitalised on the possession they've had.
Won't go anywhere at half time because on this suburban Super Saturday, we're up the Princess Highway, down Mary Street to Leichhardt Oval, and Benji is going to join the team in the studio live. So big night for Benji. First Tigers home game this year at Leichhardt against the very impressive Cronulla Sharks. So that's the game at 7:30 with Drinkwater on for Townsend. Nice take. Back for Chester. Chester. Some decent meters. Cowboys rolling here with McIntyre over halfway and well beyond. Talked about the Cowboys being shell-shocked. That's the Dragons right now. Back for Townsend. Townsend allowed to run. He almost got by Leilua.
He's been very good in the last 15 minutes, Chad. Great set from the Cowboys off the back of points.
Drinkwater spotted something. Nane with the kick. Ravaloa work to do, and he's flung over the dead ball line by
5
Nane.
minutes. Still 5 minutes left, Dan. That's a great set. 80 metres they took the ball then and finished it off with a very good kick from Nane.
You know Shane Flanagan is desperate for half-time right now. Got a lot of work to do here. Oh, goes long. They're going to back their defence. Oh, it's a good kick. Big kick. Griffin Neame taking it there. And a good thing for the Cowboys he did, because that was going to go a long way. And the breeze has died down a bit too. Got a fair piece of that, Ben Hunt. Back for Val Holmes. Exploring down the middle. He wants to offload. Molo holding him desperately, needs support. It's a little bit there for Molaison. Cotter, straight and hard, over the 10. 3 tackles left. Dearden, poised, but it
I
won't
just thought he was
matter.
making a tackle.
They needed a break, so desperately the Dragons, and they get it there, although Cotter is...
Well, he's contemplating it. He is. He's thinking about it, and now he's pulled the trigger.
Only 1 from 1.
Adam, got a captain's challenge from the Cowboys. On-field decision is a knock-on. Correct, tackle 3.
Well, the Dragons elated with the error, but how did the error come about?
Tom Eisenhuth is always locked around the ball, and he's never has intent to strip. He's just making a tackle. The challenge is unsuccessful.
That's a big court challenge. You thought maybe Eisenhuth had a role in that?
Yep.
Hard to tell exactly because you couldn't see the other hand, but
Yep.
video referee, the bunker's right.
You can't.
It was a ball and all tackle. He tackled the ball then and went down with it.
That's it.
And there was no movement of his hand.
You can't take that off the Dragons, that one there.
Gets in. Come on.
But
Well,
that,
they did need that because they were under the pump. the Cowboys looking likely. It was going to be take a big defensive step for the Dragons to deny the Cowboys.
You can understand why Cotter was aggrieved because the arm was around there, but challenge has gone now for North Queensland. Ravalawa, gang tackle. Got him a license. Away from Farul. Leader's hard to come by here. Here's Laurie. Some impressive runs early. Rushes Cotter aside briefly. Telegraph play that one. Molo and then down the middle. Hunt again goes long. Again, the chase pretty good here. Drinkwater. He's got Flanagan in front of him. Gets around him, but Molaison there to cover it. Points feast here at Cogra. With 43 minutes to play.
It's been a great game of footy, Dan, so far.
Phil. Strong. And the offload. Lovely. Robson. All in all, is a 20-plus metre play. Here come the Cowboys yet again. As Cotter goes to Dearden. Dearden for Holmes. Dragons loaded up defensively there. Inside the last 3 minutes now, this first half. Lure backs back there, and Cotter saw it. Almost found a way past. Short side on the last, Townsend. High ball, Ravalawa backing back. Sloan is there, tap back, that is sensational. That is ridiculous. It's Drinkwater with the try, but the tap was exquisite. And the Cowboys, can you believe it, have hit the front before half-time.
Incredible try, really. When we examine this, just how it occurred, down that short side, you got some great players to chase the ball in Kyle Felt, Nane. It was Kyle Felt. Kyle Felt, who only moments earlier offloaded a ball to get the Cowboys. That's great play. And the reflexes of Scott Drinkwater, because he hit that ball with a bit of power. Got to him quickly, see him snatch that, hands above his head, snatched it out of the sky. That is fantastic skill from both the winger and the fullback.
They were all too aware of what was going on.
They're in front.
They must be that must be a play they practiced. That was too well executed.
The Cowboys are in front.
It was 18-4.
There was 2 tries that they should have scored, wasn't there? The Jack Bird flick,
yes,
pulled back. Mate, Fatala Mariners try. There's one they'll never get back, but certainly begging for it.
97th NRL game for Scott Drinkwater.
Brilliant stuff from the Cowboys.
How do you defend that?
Well, nothing you can do about Kyle Felt. I think Kyle Felt, now we saw him offload a ball. He had 3 or 4 Dragons on him. I think Kyle Felt would have more line break assists and try assists than any other winger in the history of the game.
It's interesting listening to Todd Payton talk about he was in a real battle with Semi Valemay. In fact, Valemay had his spot last year, and it was a battle in pre-season. Basically, they marked, here's the kick, and it's good. 22 points to 18. It was basically every play of pre-season was recorded in training, and they just worked out that Felt was just a hint in front defensively.
Just watch it again. Felt up over the top, and purposely, he knew the Drinkwater was there. He doesn't do things by accident, Kyle Felt. He's one of the great all-rounders. When you're talking about wingers, he can do it all.
Stay on side.
Who's the equal top try scorer of the North Queensland Cowboys with Matt Bowen. That record achieved last week. Now, a try assist. What a first half. Dragons 18 points straight, and now the Cowboys doing the same.
Yeah, what a fight back from the Cowboys. Because the Dragons were playing exceptional footy. Just rolling through them. Playing some great footy on the edges. Had them under the pump, but they've replied brilliantly.
Cotter with the bobble, but no real danger.
All the way back, square, wait.
They're going to be in 2-point territory here. McIntyre almost a halfway. We saw a big roost from Holmes last week from a long way out. Might even be on their minds at the moment. They're scoring tries at will. Out it comes down to Holmes. Slipped inside Bird. Geez, they're having a battle. Hunt was trying to rip the ball out, but Holmes eventually fell. Last tackle comes to Drinkwater. This is it, the last play of the first half. Through the hands, the halves goodbye. Now out to Chester. Chester on the outside of Sully. The kick, which will be easily covered and goes over the back. And everyone can take a breath. He can be well pleased, Todd Payton, that the Cowboys have somehow turned this around so quickly from 18-4 down. Big part of it, Kyle Felt, the comeback. 22-18, and that's the halftime score here at Netstrata Jubilee. To see that 14-point lead disappear. Here we go. 7 tries in the first half. How many are we going to have in this second? Hunt catches. Away to Laurie. Oh, straight down the middle. You can see the rocket they got from Shane Flanagan at half-time. Those pictures we saw with the team back at the Clive Churchill studio. Dragons 1 win, 1 loss. It was close in round 1 for them against Gold Coast, and they were terrific in the second half. And last week never really in it against the Dolphins. That's a strong run from Molo. Real purpose about this opening set from the Dragons. And Blake Laurie up to halfway. And that's the final play as it comes to Hunt on the 6th. He's going to bring Drinkwater forward here, slightly awkward, but in the end, no problem. And the defence makes that an even better kick. Cowboys on their 10. Greg Alexander and Jake Duke in commentary this afternoon. Jake on the sidelines is Kyle Felt. A couple of magic moments for him in the first half, working it forward.
Well, they did finish with all the momentum, Dan. 2 tries in the final 7 minutes of that first half to grab the lead after the Dragons had a middle period through the first half where they were just unstoppable.
Townsend on for Drinkwater. No. Well contained there. Sully.
So Shane Flanagan trying to wrestle that momentum back his way at the break.
Gee, there's a late tackle there. Flanagan on Townsend, but no drama. It's Dragons' ball. And it's Lomax bringing it out. So one set apiece here in the second half. Down to you on the sideline, Jake Duke.
Dragons coach Shane Flanagan just wanted his side to win back some territory in this second half. They had only 30% of the field position in that first half, and he also wasn't happy with their defensive lapses towards the back end of that half, so he needs them tidied up. While for Cowboys coach Todd Payton, he pointed out to his side just how much the game swung on possession, so they need to continue to control the ball. He wasn't happy with their ruck control and ordinary defence to concede those flurry of tries at the start, but he was happy with how they turned it around.
Thank you, Jake. Flanagan kicking into the win there.
And he ran a long way before he kicked, so got some extra metres. Drinkwater, good job to bring it past the 20-metre line of his return.
It was a pretty open affair in the first half, threatening to be the same here as the Cowboys happy to spin it inside their own 30.
Oh, gee, just ran. Ben Hunt was out there on his own, and I'm surprised that he didn't try and take him on. He just ran straight into him, Murray Talangi. There was a bit of space around Ben Hunt.
Holmes.
Good shift there from the Cowboys.
They're full of confidence, aren't they? With McIntyre, one of the try scorers, all theme into Leilua. A couple of big bodies collide.
That's a good tackle, Leilua. Bit of a roll, the Cowboys.
Straightening there, Townsend onto Drinkwater, dumbing him through and just held out. And then the forced pass, which is called a knock on.
The pass is back, but then he knocks it on.
So
The pass is back, but then he knocks it on.
Came through late to help make that tackle, and Drinkwater, a frustrated pass.
It's a dangerous play that they run, the short side, with Drinkwater just tucked in behind Chad Townsend. He gets past, just hanging on was Flanagan, and the temptation too great. There was a chance if he offloaded at some stage there that they carry it on through Chester, but it was a tough one for Chester to take. Went low at his shins.
Already the same amount of incomplete sets in the second half as the first half for North Queensland. 17 from 18 up to half time.
Tom, move! All the way. Wait, Ruben.
Cowboys haven't been 3-0 since 2006. Think of all the terrific teams they've had. Some of the great stars they've had in that run. Premiership run, of course. And
Okay, stand out, Ruben. Wait here.
don't get off to good starts generally.
Ruben.
Cronulla's a bit the same. Here's Moses Sully. Hard run and the pass. Molaison as it comes out to Ravalawa. Crowd rises. Ravalawa down the sideline. Chester's work was excellent. Ravalawa contorts himself. 20 metres away. Dragons now with Molaison calling his runner Molo to come back inside. And that was a little slow motion with one play left. Flanagan. Hunt at the line. Sloan 2-on-2. Now, was that played at? No, it was not. Sloan, he needs to get rid of it. Can't. No panic from the Cowboys. Now, they do have a challenge up their sleeve, the Dragons, and this is a challengeable scenario, but I'm not sure they're going to burn it here.
No. He had plenty to say about it, Tyrell Sloan, but nothing's going to happen. They've said no challenge. I was just about to say Moses Sully been a bit quiet. Only 4 runs up until that last one where he got himself involved and offloaded, which created half a chance. Ravalawa did an amazing job down this left touchline to stay in the field of play.
Not sure what we picked up on that replay there. That just seemed to hit Holmes, but if it hit him at all, but didn't seem to stick the foot out. And then there's an offload. Robson. Neem. Space up the middle. Yet again, the Cowboys get around halfway with a stack of tackles to work with. There's Dearden runs down the short side. They let him run too. That's nearly a 20-metre game, but hang on. He didn't get the ground. He didn't get the ground. And the flag is raised.
Always up, in the touch.
One of the Dragons' best defensive moments of the game so far.
Now, I think it was Zach Lomax who did the job on Tom Dearden then. Dearden broke a tackle, got away from Bird, and then extraordinary strength there from Lomax. Just holds him up, doesn't let him get to ground. Molaison there as well. But Zach Lomax, big defensive play. Ball back for the Dragons.
Handy skill for a handy asset for a winger to have the strength to do that. Because he doesn't want to play there. 14 runs to this point, make it 15 with that one. He does get through some work. Ravalawa. Ravalawa yet to score this year. 21 tries last year. But nothing yet in 2024. There.
Well, he's been strong this afternoon. Some great runs out of his own end, getting the Dragons on the front foot.
Links up with Flanagan. Now comes to Leilua. Leilua, beautiful, don't argue. Just dragging Chester along. That is almost unstoppable. The kick from Flanagan. Oh, Felt is he's going to be taken in the goal. Oh, there were runners crying for it on the inside.
Yeah, and that was Tyrell Sloan who loomed up very quickly to Kyle Flanagan's run, and he didn't look inside. He went outside. Look at Sloan appearing from nowhere. He scores. Flanagan knows that he's on his inside. He scores the try. The Dragons have missed some chances this afternoon. Sully makes the tackle.
The short restart here. It's certainly got the distance, and oh, they're so good. No, it's the wrong end for him, but he still comes down with it. And again, the air comes out of the balloon here at Cogra.
A big play, massive play from Jeremiah Nane.
It's a bad way Leilua run. He dragged Chester along,
and a great ball.
Like he was in a chariot race, and Chester was just dragged. And Granville now, the 35-year-old, getting some game time here. Inside the 40, this kick, and he's got the wind at his back. He's got the wind at his back during quarter. Sloan is in trouble, and it's there. It might have got Sloan's fingertips, but it's Cowboys' ball.
There's no doubt he got a hand to it, but I think it was too late. Dan, it was too late. The ball hit the line. Wow, what a turnaround. The Dragons they blow a try, and this happened in the first half. They miss a chance to score. The Cowboys come up and turn. It's a 12-point turnaround.
So the 2 times they blew a try, Randy, conceded immediately after. This would be 3 times in a row if Cowboys get over here. There's Lee closing in. He's got to try. Robson goes open. Townsend, line baller. McIntyre takes it. Play continues. Robson, oh, the crash play. That's a great attempt from Molo, but he's there. Kulikefu, Fuiaki barges his way over the line, and the Cowboys have another.
I don't know what this does to your self-confidence and what they would be feeling like, the Dragons. They miss an opportunity at the other end of the field. Drinkwater with an incredible 40-20. Ball hit the line before Tyrell Sloan, who goes over the fence, can get a hand to it. So that's brilliant from Drinkwater, who's been involved in a number of big plays for the Cowboys this afternoon. And then the flat ball, Fini Fuiaki off Robson, who has thrown 2 passes for tries and a kick try.
I'll count that as a 40-20, and that would be Scott Drinkwater's first ever, which is hard to believe, but boy, timely, and it's led to a try. Well, they thought they were going to lose him, didn't they, at the top of this game? Big head clash with Blake Laurie. Passed the Category 2 concussion test. Thankfully, no bone damage. Boy, he's a weapon. Second time starting.
Well, he's a 20-year-old. A 20-year-old back rower that's got everything. Just a powerhouse with the ball. Helam Luki, Jeremiah Nane, Fini Fuiaki. That's quite a trio of back rowers.
Fini Fuiaki contract's up this year. Dolphins are chasing. The question is, why aren't others?
I'm sure there's others.
You would think there'd have to be a bidding war.
There would have to be. He as a 20-year-old, he'd be one of in the top 3 best young back rowers in the game.
Holmes had problems with this sort of kick last week, but not there, not tonight. 28-18.
There are other teams actually bidding for the services of this man, Fini Fuiaki, because the Dragons are said to be involved in as well. The Cowboys, they said they've made their best possible offer to this young man, but there are other clubs that might be able to offer him a bit more money. As you mentioned, guys, he is a superstar of the future, and the Cowboys, they do have a bit of depth in the back row. They obviously let go of Luciano Leilua, but of course Helam Luki not playing at the moment. He's set to miss the next 6 weeks with an ankle injury, so we will get to see a bit more of this young fella, and he will get to maybe try and put a few more zeros on that next contract.
Got 55 minutes last week, and looks like a man got some big minutes in him. Any drama with the double movement there, Brady?
No,
just all
up.
momentum.
Yeah, just all momentum.
That's why the crowd murmured momentarily, but it did seem pretty straightforward. Well, they've got a problem here, the Dragons now. They've conceded 24 on the trot. The Cowboys full of running. Robson.
What a game he's having, Reece Robson. Quality ball there to Fini Fuiaki's try.
Well, the first one he set up. Drinkwater breaks them open, then the flick. Oh, Granville leaves it behind him. Oh, they needed that, Dragons.
Well, 10 points behind, yes. They needed something to go their way. Shift here. Moses Sewley.
Ooh, Flanagan there was accidentally upended. Lomax. Good marker work. Nane. Felt. Granville unlikely to get there, but he would have got pretty close, and the Cowboys would have been rolling. They wouldn't have put it past him to get another one, the way they've been attacking. Leilua had some big moments. Not here, well handled. Nane and McIntyre, 30 metres out. Flanagan for DeBella. Comes down to the last here. Lovely pick up by Hunt on the half volley, and now Lomax! Oh no! That was so close to being a stunner. The kick remarkably pinpoint considering where it started.
On the mark, wasn't it? The kick from Benny Hunt, and he's done this many times through his career. Zach Lomax taken those sort of kicks, and didn't the Dragons need it? Had a good go at it as well.
Felt, this is a 7-tackle set.
And look where they are.
Just to add insult to injury, an extra tackle and the 20-metre tap. Chester up the middle. McIntyre, early ball. Dearden, send on to Drinkwater. That's beautiful, away to Holmes. On to Dearden, Dearden scores. That is Champagne Rugby League from North Queensland, and Tom Dearden gets his customary try.
Can you believe it? Lomax, if he closes his hands around the ball, it's a Dragons try at that end of the field. Off the back of that, a 7-tackle set. The Cowboys play champagne football going up the field, and then just watch it. Lomax goes so close to scoring, and it's a 12-point turnaround again.
Fourth time Dragons butcher a try, and it's hard to call that butchering. That was tough. But immediately, Cowboys return serve with a try of their own.
That was brilliant from Drinkwater. Back on the inside to Val Holmes, who linked with Thomas Dearden. Just watch it again. Dearden to the line, out to Drinkwater. Worries them on the outside, just pops it back, gets Ben Hunt across the field. Faitala Mariner's not good enough to stop Val Holmes, who throws the ball back into Tommy Dearden. And Dearden scores the try. We're 10 in front. They're 14 in front now with a kick to come. Brilliant football from the Cowboys.
So Tom Dearden tries in 3 straight games, and there you go, 5 against the Dragons, but 1 in round 1 against the Dolphins, 1 last week against Newcastle.
18-4, the Dragons.
What a turnaround. The kick is good, 34-18. There's still time, but Cowboys, boy, they've got their tails up.
The role of co-captaincy really seems to be agreeing with that man, Tom Dearden. Anyone who speaks about Tom Dearden speaks of his ruthless competitive streak and his drive to win everything, especially in the Cowboys pre-season. He is the man leading the pack, and that tenacity shows on the field. No wonder why they wanted to make him co-captain and also re-sign him at the end of last year to the longest deal currently at the club, signed on until 2029.
He's been outstanding.
Be delighted with that. Absolutely delighted. Another one the Dragons chased that they had a good chance of getting, but the Cowboys weren't letting him go anywhere.
Square Jack, wait!
Well, there'd be people, as Faitala Mariner gives away a high tackle, this is getting away from the Dragons. They've got to be real careful here. There'd be people that have been out and about, they've been working, they've been doing things on this Saturday. They turn on Channel 502 or KO and say, Cowboys up 34-18. That's about right. It was 18-4 to St George Illawarra. And they were dominant. It was a thoroughly deserved lead. And they've bombed 4 tries.
Well, it's not that they haven't created chances since then either. They've created plenty of chances. They just haven't been able to nail it. And the Cowboys have, on the flip side, just got everything that they've. Every time they've opened the Dragons up, they've run in for 4 points.
Lock in a marker. Hold.
16th run, Griffin Neame. He wants to start. Boy, wherever you put him, he's a weapon. And McIntyre up to the 30. It comes down to Dearden. Look at the bodies in motion. Back it came to Drinkwater. Finefeuaki was looming on the other side. As Townsend away to McIntyre. That's tight to your defence. 1 play left. 6 metres out. Townsend this time. Oh, he saw Leilua and he stopped and copped the tackle. Changeover.
Well, he just ran himself into a hole there. The chase had gone through already, and not much option for Chad then. Just had to take the tackle.
The worst result. Dragons here stuck in their own 10. Ravalawa now bringing it out. Followed up by Moses Sulu. 7th run. Started with the bench despite having that 13 on his back. DeMillan. Marshke back in the game. Hunt. Tyler Mariner. Sloan. Nowhere for Sloan to go. The short side with that kick, although he kicks it towards the centre. Drinkwater really had to sprint to that one. And a good chase and a little bit of mustard on that tackle as well. We have a wrestling move there from Zach Lomax onto the canvas. Felt. Cowboys Both tries in this second half were careful. That was DeBellin there. Almost clipping Chester a little high. Holmes.
Relentless, the hard running from the Cowboys. Outside backs, but certainly doing their job to get them out of trouble.
Pretty solid with his first stint. You can see the pre-season they've had running in that Townsville heat. They are fit. Didn't know he got a little extravagant there.
Last tackle.
And that is a Cowboys knock on.
Yeah, just ran out of time to throw the pass. Tried to get his hands in a position to throw the pass, but the defence got onto him too quick. It was Jack Bird. Again, Drinkwater close to the ruck. His speed just troubles. It doesn't matter who he's playing against. Any defence is troubled by the speed of Drinkwater.
It's been hard to handle. He got past Townsend. And then played it on a 45-degree angle. Murdoch-Masilla over halfway. So he's back on, and he had a little bit of punch. Robson there. There's been no set restarts, and these players have realised it. Here's Sloan. Not one set restart this afternoon. So this is it now, last tackle. Go the Lomax option again. Well, it's DeBellin away to Hunt. Hunt's going to run himself. Hunt's in trouble. Hunt gets rid of it. He does well. Eisenhuth, hello, chance. Lomax, forward pass. Forward pass.
Forward pass. Change over here.
Crowd getting frustrated.
Over here.
Well, I can understand it. The number of times they've been down here and just haven't been able to finish things off. Although it's hard to argue with that. It was well short of the line. And it just looked forward out of his hands.
Okay, let him stand, Tom. Wait here. Give him space, Tom.
It's felt again.
Let go, Tom. Wait.
Tigers, Cronulla coming up. Oh, Chester down the middle. Geez, they're all part of this, the Cowboys. They're all lining up.
Coming, Jack. On now.
Now Cotter back in the game, and he's nice and fresh too.
Raymond up now. Mark straight.
McLean to the 30.
Last tackle, Tom.
Story of the afternoon, Cowboys way beyond halfway at the end of a set. High one here put up by Townsend, and Ravalawa put it down. That should be 6 more.
Yep. Zero tackle.
And there's confirmation. So Townsend happy to take the tackle.
Get up now.
Well, every chance now to extend the lead.
Cotton. Running to Marsh. Help from Eisenhuth and Bella. To be fair, Arky's poised on the outside and heads that way now. Townsend onto the big fella. Hunt got him quickly. He timed it better this time. Been penalised before for tackling too early. Cowboys so close to another. Here's Cotter. Straight into Leilua and the Bella.
Let go.
Dragons, any hope? Must hang on here. Drinkwater, the cutout for Holmes. Well read. Lomax came in and supported Bird. Better defensive set so far. Now Dearden. Over Townsend's head. Nane. Footwork. Nane. Just taken down.
Last one there.
Last
Let go.
tackle.
Wait. No, last.
Here's Dearden. On to Drinkwater. The cutout. Val Holmes. He's over. Val scores. Clinical. North Queensland patient and get another. What is that? 6 tries unanswered.
And it was another Drinkwater pass that got Val Holmes into a bit of space. A great line Holmes ran. Could see that there was space back on the inside and ran an outside in line. Just watch the pass from Drinkwater. Bullet-like across the face of Finifuiaki, and Holmes back on an angle is too good for Lomax. It's Jack Bird, in fact, who's playing on the outside now. And, well, it was a good defensive set up until that moment.
Yeah, Lomax had come in during that set, so he was caught and tried to get out. But
they'd thrown plenty at them, but on the edges they were good. Leilua, Ben Hunt on either edge were good defensively, and well, stopped 4 tackles, but couldn't stop the last.
I think it's fair to say Val Holmes has put last week's horror show behind him.
Well, yeah, bit of a slow start for Val. Even when they put a big score on the Dolphins. Val wasn't a big part of it, but he's certainly been terrific this afternoon.
This is a team to get excited about. The Cowboys can't they lay it on. I mean, we saw this 2 years ago, so it can't be too big a surprise. Real attacking prowess. He's got it through. Kicking it unorthodox left to right. Does the job. Cowboys into the 40s as we look at this one more time.
Yeah, the 1, 6, 7 and 9 have been outstanding for the Cows. When your spine are playing as good as what the Cowboys are, and then you've got those pieces around it, like those two players there, Murray Tuilagi, Val Holmes, Fini Fuiaki, all on fire, along with Jeremiah Nane, who's having a great start to the season. Robson 3 try assists, Drinkwater 2 try assists. Very hard to stop.
Multicultural round, of course. Good. Belmore looked great this afternoon, and today that kick batted back in. There's a spike there straight out of Top Gun from Kyle Feld as now it goes away to Holmes, and he's got space, and now he winds up. So first set restart of the night. It took 63 minutes. No real damage. Only in fact, no, we just had a wayward bill. Here's Greenville.
He can absorb some punishment, Jake Green.
Carney has been doing it forever. The clean. Now Deedon. Now Townsend. On for Drinkwater. Back for Holmes. Ooh, he slipped past Hunt. Cleaned up. 5 away. So it's Townsend this time trying to do it on his own. Oh, he reached out.
He
reached out. Now he certainly got there. And he may have kissed the ground with the ball, but I don't think any part of his upper body had hit the ground. It's 44-18. What's going on?
Well, he threw a dummy, and you just saw, well, he's asked a question, but there's plenty of Dragons defence there. This is how the set started from the short kickoff by the Dragons. It was batted back, McLean out to Dearden, who fed Val Holmes, who ran 25 metres. The back end of the set, here they are. Chad Townsend throws the dummy. He's got three Dragons there and gets to the line. There's no question that he scored. He has scored, Townsend. The dummy filled no one.
Can't have been a double do because he's so far off the ground.
Well, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Didn't even kiss the ground, the ball. It's bang, playing it straight on.
Well, he put the left hand down, ball in the right, and that he was able to leverage himself off that left elbow over the line. Dan, that should not have been scored.
That's soft.
He had 3 forwards around.
This is now shades of the Dolphins last week here for the Dragons. They've completely let this slip.
Well, a great example of when you're offered opportunities, not taking. If Fatala Mariner scores and it gets out to 24-4, I think it's a different ballgame.
Yeah, there are turning points and then there's turning points. And Holmes makes it 46-18. And Tad Townsend.
Well, they've only had 18 sets throughout the game now, and we're 65 minutes into it. They'd had 14 sets in the first half, so they've had no ball second half. And the little wonder why, the Cowboys just keep running in tries.
Yeah, exactly right. They've made nearly 50 more tackles in this half alone. And in the first half, they made 40 more tackles. So credit to the Cowboys. They've not taken their foot off the collective throats of the Dragons. They haven't thrown away chances the way the Dragons have. And now 50, remarkably, is in sight. And the Fox Sports Lab, quick to tell me, never scored 50 here in New South Wales. So.
And who would have thought at 18-4 that the Cowboys might get 50 points?
It's not a forward pass, despite someone in the crowd or one of the players trying to sell that one. Fuiaki.
Well, they've just charged it over halfway again.
Robson. Well, you can't let him run. And he gives it to Drinkwater. Third there, along with Laurie. 35 away, yet again. That's where they finish the set. Townsend, high. And this is Taulungi's wing, but he doesn't really get close. But even when the result doesn't necessarily go the way they want, they've still got the Dragons pin.
Stand up now!
Cowboys. Ooh,
Crusher.
Now then.
It just catches him a little bit.
So Bird
Just catches him.
is the victim there with Cotter looking a little perplexed. Strong tackle.
Just happens. It happens so quick.
Cowboys are going to go to 3-0. I think we can lock this one away. What a game Friday night. Good Friday. Broncos, who are vulnerable. Let's call it as it is.
What a game.
Right now, that's a very winnable one for the Cowboys. That'll be a cracking contest. Friday night, Fox League. To the skipping Vitala Mariner. There's Easter next week, coming around nice and early this year. South Canterbury, the Friday afternoon game. Eisenhuth now, away to Flanagan, on to Leilua. Dragons have not scored since the 20th minute. As it comes here,
Last one, Jordan!
the
Make
Bellum
the line,
to
make it!
Eisenhuth. Last time.
Cooley, not there!
Hunt, switching, Sloan, spotting and a little opening. Keeps it alive. Marshke, play on, stabs it. Oh, gets a result. Gets a
In the
result.
field of
That's
play.
one of the first things
Look
they've done wrong in this second half, the Cowboys. And nice work there from the man on debut to get the Dragons 6 more.
Well, he put some hoof into it, didn't he? I think Scott Drinkwater, well, it shocked him. It came to him that quick. Tough one to clean up.
Let's go.
Big night for Jesse Marshke.
Arms over each other, arms over.
No matter the result.
You can see there,
Head in,
all
right
the
in.
familiar faces there.
Fan club.
Great.
So from the scrum, to Moses Sully.
Head up now! Touch.
11 minutes to go. And Flanagan going to Hunt. Hunt to Sloan. Early ball Bird. Smashing off Holmes, but did in there quickly with Funifuiaki.
Let him up! Wait, no, you're milking. Go two. Come on, Jack.
Back now from Sloan to Hunt. Ball rushing up. Nane. Can't stop the offload though from de Bellum.
Okay, let him stand. Ruben,
Next wave of defence all over
Wait.
Flanagan.
Go three.
Eisenhuth.
Hill! Please. Roll one, wait.
You see the energy down here for the Dragons as it comes to Hunt. The stab kick. Leilua, there's no one near him. Someone score. It's Lomax. Lomax is the man that puts it down. And he gets his second. And understandably, not much by way of celebration for the Dragons.
No, what could have been for the Dragons, Ben Hunt on fire in the first half, and in that 10-minute period where they scored 3 tries, it was all around Ben Hunt and his kicking and his passing game. Fatala Mariner should have scored off a Ben Hunt kick in the first half. Zach Lomax does now in the second. You're right, no need for much celebration amongst the Dragons.
Well, this really is the one that got away from St George Illawarra. What a perplexing night. We've seen the attack sparkle. They're going to come away with what looks to be a heavy defeat. So Lomax 3 from 3. 17 runs, 130 metres, 2 tries. Almost another with that spectacular attempt at catching the Ben Hunt bomb on the try line. 12 in from touch here. And bit of hook on this and goes through, kissing the upright. 24 points for the Dragons, 46 points for the North Queensland Cowboys, 70 points all up with 9 minutes to go. Leilua obviously got the call there to stay the heck away. And Lomax making short work of it. Coming up next, Leichhardt Oval. The Cronulla Sharks 2-0. Taking on the Wests Tigers. Aiden Caesar in the halfback role tonight. Craig Fitzgibbon with some instructions there. The last time the Tigers were at Leichhardt, a very famous night, 66-18. Justin Olam, his first Leichhardt game as a Tiger, coming up. That's live and exclusive here on Fox League on this suburban Saturday, right across Sydney. Couple of blowouts to start. Maybe we'll get a close one to finish. Here's Leilua.
Yeah, well, there's some positives to come out of this game for the Dragons. Leilua certainly one of those. Been very good down this left edge, both in attack and defence.
They've had a little niggle fest, Flanagan and Townsend, who are former teammates at Cronulla a long time ago. Really no love lost there. Here's Vitala Mariner. Bella. Dragons complete the set here. Hunt has spotted something he likes. Finds Flanagan. Oh, Sully winding up. Oh, Flanagan was just ahead of him, so Sully has to flick it. Still alive as Eisenhuth gets it on the Hunt. Now the hit and hope bomb. Coming across Drinkwater. And he takes it well. And that one diffused. But again, the Dragons' attack looking pretty good.
7-5 the line breaks to the Cowboys, but well, certainly, you know, they've kept pace with the Cowboys in terms of line breaks, and they've looked good at occasions in this second half, even though they've had very little ball. They've certainly created the chances to turn into 4 points. They just haven't been able to do it.
We've got Manly next Saturday afternoon in the Gong, so another home game, but at Wynn Stadium. Already got 140-20 today, the Cowboys. That was through Drinkwater, but conservative from Townsend. Sloan, really nice moments. He brings it back. NRL 360, of course. It's back on Monday, 6:30 Eastern time. Kenny and Braith, Gordy and Buzz will be part of the Monday show. As now it's Moses Sully working it up. Now it's Blake Laurie winding up and getting over halfway. Flanagan for Ben Hunt. Leilua. Again, encouraging. His 8th run. They've all given the Cowboys some problems. A high one here from Hunt. Now coming through is Flanagan. He bats it back. McIntyre, well, he did the hard work. He got himself in the right position, and he's offside
You're
anyway.
in front. It's a knock on and you're in front.
So they're calling that a Drinkwater.
Drinkwater got his hands to it. Yep, knock on, and then McIntyre was offside in front of him. So we'll see what the Dragons can muster. 5 minutes left on the clock.
So it was nice pressure from Flanagan there to force that from Drinkwater. Bella coming back.
6 again, 10 meters.
Second set restart from the night. Oh, that's going to be 10. Well, it's going to be close.
Play breaks down.
So it went from set restart to penalty, and the crowd thinks that's worthy of 10. Marshke to tap. And Laurie bumps it up. So 5 minutes to go. Marshke under the running Hunt. Short pass to Bella. Needs someone. Finds Flanagan. Good scramble, Cowboys. McIntyre there doing some tidy work. Flanagan called for milking. And it goes now to Hunt. Oh, it's opened up. They must score. You wouldn't believe it. They had numbers, and it's Sloan that puts it down. He got a little excited. His eyes lit up, but he puts it down. That's Cotter. That's Ruben Cotter. That's a concern. Behind the try line. This is the incident.
They're going to be feeding the scrums.
He's got his that right ankle caught under his teammate, McIntyre.
Let's go. Okay, let's go. Clock's on.
Just twisted
We're going to go. He's out the back. Let's
as
go.
he came in from the back there to try and stop Flanagan.
Oh, geez, you hope that's not high ankle sprain. But
I'm going to say lateral.
thank you, Dr. Alexander.
In.
So not as bad.
Can you write me a prescription? All right, Dragons defending now. You don't have one of those pads, do you? Tigers Cronulla coming up after this. McLean. It's the third game in a row. He's got past 100 metres.
He's locked in.
We had a good start to the game. Very strong. Both him and Taumalolo, who hasn't spent much time in the field in the second half.
Play now.
No, they've saved him again.
If
So
in
Shades.
fact any time.
Yeah, I think you're right. So they did that with the Dolphins. It caught a lot of people's attention. I guess the team was on such a roll.
Wait.
3 tries in the last 15 minutes of the first half, and 4 tries in the first 25 minutes of the second half. 7 tries in 40 minutes. Drinkwater now, no room to work with. Lomax fingertip control to take that one. The Dragons will drop to 1 win and 2 losses. And there's a penalty.
Wait on.
He's come up with some tough runs too, Sloan. I've been impressed with the start to the season. There was plenty of question marks. Don't forget he had ankle surgery at the back end of last year or early in the pre-season. Just slowed things down, but I think he's been impressive.
Okay, Jordan, clear him. Wait here.
Playing a lot tougher. We know he's got skill and speed, but playing tougher.
Trying tonight. Comes to Sully. McIntyre holding on around the waist. Leilua. They're doing it with harder running tonight. Not so much by way of offloading. He has 1. Now he can offload a lot more. Mola to the line. Hunt with the kick. Lomax. Line ball whether he's onside. And Drinkwater just clears it away anyway. No, he somehow keeps the ball in.
He's put a hand on you. It's a tackle.
Okay, but he kept the ball in.
It's unbelievable.
Amazingly.
He had
Way
no
onside
intention
here.
and then realised as if the ball got stuck in a puddle, it just stopped there.
I had to jump back in the field of play and then
Great
just
presence of
fall
mind.
on.
Great presence of mind.
I did have the question mark over Zach Lomax too.
Oh, he was 5 metres offside, Brandy, but
he never got there.
he never got there. And that's Cotter now being treated. So that's really the only negative out of this for the Cowboys.
Spoken to the Cowboys training staff, guys, they aren't overly concerned about Ruben Cotter's ankle. They're just precautionary, get him off.
Okay, thank you, Jake. So Dr. Ganane and Dr. Alexander off the mark. We better serve with Dr. Nick Riviera. Now here's Nane getting it on. McIntyre's grubber. Nane, he always gets a try. Ooh. Always gets a try off a kick, it seems. There he helps bundle Sloan into touch, and that'll just about do it. Well, there will be time for a restart here. But for St George Illawarra, it's a case of what might have been. For Todd Payton, that's a second straight double-digit comeback.
Yeah, what a start to the season. 3 wins. Did you say 2006 since they'd done that?
Come back on. Are you ready, Jordan? Let's go, Jordan.
So down 18-4. They're going to run out healthy winners here, the Cowboys.
Well, when they get Dragons, merged or not, have never conceded a half-century at this great old ground. As it comes to Dearden, away now to Drinkwater, on to McIntyre, and McIntyre put away. And that is that. The Cowboys do it again. 3 straight wins. They've given themselves work to do, and they have absolutely hammered the Dragons.
Right, G.
The Dragons are lots alike, but in the end, it was a comfortable win for North Queensland, who beat St George Illawarra 46-24.